do you think happens after you die?
It's my belief that the dead are conscious of nothing at all. We're waiting for some sort of the powers that be to give us a resurrection.
So you believe in resurrection?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think happens after you die?
I get buried, and then I float up to heaven, and my whole family's waiting for me. That's pretty much it.
You rot in the ground.
You know, I don't know. It's a really good question. I would probably tend to think that your body goes somewhere else, and you know, the possibility of an afterlife sounds very good. So I would probably say I would hope that there's an afterlife somewhere, but I don't know. Haven't died yet, so we'll see.
I think that you'll probably go to heaven and just have another life up there.
You die and then you go to either heaven or hell?
Everyone goes to heaven.
I think everyone goes to heaven because the Bible says so.
All on what you believe, but I believe that you either go to heaven or hell based on your life.
Believe that there's definitely energy because it can't be created or destroyed, and I believe that people have different ways of expressing what that is, and some people have religious, some scientific, and I guess when it happens, we'll know.
I think that our bodies stay in the ground, but I hope that something happens to our spirit and then we don't just like take a dirt nap.
I think that there's a chemical in your brain that gets used up that creates like a vision of heaven, and that you really just like don't go on after that.
I think that if we're good, we go to heaven, and if we're bad, we go to hell.
I think you either go to heaven or hell.
You're gonna go likely next.
Go.
I think that if you believe in God, you go to heaven, and if you don't, you go to hell.
I think you go to heaven.
We rot in the ground, and that's it. Okay, the DMT is released in your brain, and it causes you to imagine whatever you think happens to you after death.
Okay, I believe that you go to heaven, and if you've been a good person, and that's pretty much it, I guess.
Alright, so based upon my beliefs, I believe that you go to heaven or hell, and that it's based upon how you live your life, that like you get to where you're going to go, and that there's just live your life to the fullest while being good and respecting others and loving others. That's it.
Maybe not like heaven and hell, but something of its sort. I don't think you just go get buried in the ground and that's it.
Yeah. After you die, I think that I know, like, I don't even know what to say about this shit.
After you die, clearly something happens because people have been there before where they've lost heartbeat or whatever, and they say they've seen a light and they've gone somewhere. So I believe that there is an afterlife, and that whether you reflect on yourself as you've lived a good life or a bad life, that determines on the afterlife that you have portrayed. Like, your life will determine your afterlife. That's what I believe.
Okay, I think after you die, afterlife is just a way that people think to, like, I don't know, never mind.
I think after you die, you go to heaven if you're God.
Go? Alright. What happens 1 minute after you die? You either go to heaven or hell.
After you die, you go to heaven or hell.
Okay, I think after you die, you're just not there anymore. Like, before you were born, you were just not there.
I think you go to heaven. Running throughout the choices you made throughout life, I think you would either go to heaven or hell.
After we die, I don't really think anything happens. I don't really believe that we're going to go anywhere and meet up with anyone. So, that's kind of it for me.
You decompose.
After you die, I think you're fine.
You know, because I don't really think that there's anything after this.
I'm pretty confident that what's going to happen after I die is that the Cubs will win the World Series. It won't happen until I die because it hasn't happened for my dad, it hasn't happened for my grandpa. No Cub fan that I know of has seen the Cubs win the World Series. So when I die, they will win.